Right, everybody, welcome back, and I really do apologise for the way it's been today. It's been probably one of the worst I've ever done. It hasn't been good at all, but I am streaming now on the Xbox, so it'll be very smooth for you. Should be anyway. Nothing will be reconnecting apart from the fact now that you won't have the stream graphics, unfortunately. But I've got it up on the phone. It'll be all right now. It's going to be good quality. As Jensen gets a 10-second penalty. Here at the moment, which isn't great, is he? He doesn't want to be getting that. But let's see, he goes down then to P13. He's in the pit lane, changing his tyres. Then, he waits for his 10-second penalty. As we're still under the safety car conditions, and there we go. New hard compound tyres for Jensen in the Haas. On his way out of the pit lane now. It's lap 8 of 35, of course. It's the second safety car of this race in 8 laps, everybody. And Jensen has served some pretty hefty penalties today. He really has. Down in P13 now. Nike and Liam Cookie, both of them drivers, out of today's race then. Which really isn't great at all. But they are gone. And now let's focus on the ones we have left. That is 13 people. Left in this Grand Prix then here today at the moment, as we just await the safety car to go in. Maybe it's this lap around, but I haven't been here for a lap or so. I've been trying to sort the new stream out, so I think it should be the next lap around, or it could be this one going in now. We'll just see what it is, because I don't know how long it's been out for in the first place, but either way, can't wait to get racing. It's going to be brilliant. It really is. Racing action then. Here we go. Racing once again here in our league. We get ready to go round once more. Hopefully racing for the last time here today. It is lap 8 of 35 then, everybody. And we just get ready for the Grand Prix start. As we watch from afar, it's lap 8, going on to the 9th lap now. Sid Boakes and Blindy Echo already. Tussle and Taylor at the back. That is not what they want to see, is it? The two Haas cars. No team orders in place there because they're already making contact with each other. That is not great one bit. Very much making contact there. As Jensen finds himself at the back of it at this moment in time. Ash Barker and Smithy, both of them having a scrap as well. I don't know why my camera's facing backwards. But lap 9 of 39, and it's Ash Barker, P4. Blaze Snips, the man with wing damage at the moment. I'm going to say the Soul Alpine. I'm so used to saying it. No, it's not the Soul Alpine today. It's Blaze Snips with his teammate, both up there at the front. It could be, don't get me wrong, it might not happen because there's still a long while till the end, but it very much could be an Alpine 1-2. In this Grand Prix. Can it happen? That is the question. It would be very nice to see, wouldn't it? But going around now, we'll be starting the 10th lap pretty soon, and then that will leave 25 more to go here in Hungary. We haven't had too long of this Grand Prix, and we've still got a long while left, so it's going to be very, very good indeed. And I cannot wait for it. I cannot wait to get into it. Here we go then, up towards the main straight, and it's DRS enabled once more. Ash Barker with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at the moment, but everybody chasing each other down into turn 1. The 12 Alpines not making any advancements. It's Ash Barker and Daniel. This is mental. Both of them having a scrap. Daniel ahead now at this moment in time, but behind that is nearly 3 abreast. Smithy, Hoodrat and Smoking Cheese. Hoodrat is leading that one at the moment, then it's Smithy, then it's Cheese there behind that. This is what we like to see, and it's the Sauber of Smoking Cheese flying through to P6. It's Hoodrat in P5. What more can you get? This is just brilliant, isn't it? Mario with a 3-second penalty then. At the moment we have lost 2 drivers, and we have 13 remaining in this Grand Prix so far, ladies and gentlemen. There's Jensen with a 3-second time penalty in this Grand Prix so far. He has really not had the look with the penalties today. Really, really hasn't. And he's been quite far down the grid most of the weekend so far, which isn't great. But yes, lap 10 of 35. Apparently still under the safety car, but we are not. I can tell you that for free. As Heisenberg, P7, it's Whitwell, Smithy, Blindy Echo, Mario, all together in this battle. This is what we like to see. This is brilliant. As wing damage, somebody's wing flies up into the air. That is Jensen's wing. He's had no luck at all in this race so far. It's Blaze Snips leading from Frank Still, who dives down the inside, and with the better wing from Blaze Snips, he flies through and takes the lead at this Grand Prix. A 10-second penalty to Whitwell there today, but yeah, Blaze Snips second. That was a good move, wasn't it? It really was. You got to give it to him. Smoking Cheese being overtaken by Hood Rat, but how long for? He's going to dive down the inside. He'll be on the inside line there. He had contact made, but he stays behind. Smoking Cheese with a 3-second penalty for that one there. But lap 11 of 35, and wow, I mean, racing so far from what I've seen has been good. Like I say as well, for anyone that is just joining, I really do want to apologise for the way the stream has been today. It's been one of the worst I've ever done. It hasn't been great. I'm not on my game, and I've just been trialing loads of different things to make the stream not lag. But you know what? It didn't work at the moment, and we've had to go back to old school. We've had to go back onto the Xbox actual streaming, which I haven't done for a while, but of course it is going to provide good quality stream for you guys today, so I wouldn't complain. It should be alright. No graphics unfortunately, but hopefully that can get that sorted. For next race is Blaze Snips down the inside. He flies down again, and the two Alpines still tussling and tailing. This is what we like to see, isn't it? Both battling up in front, and it's Blaze Snips who is currently the race leader. He's got the wing damage on the Alpine, on the front right of the car, and it's not stopping him from achieving his dreams. He is up there at the moment and leading this Grand Prix on lap 12 of 35, coming off the back of a race win out in Silverstone. But can he take the win here in Hungary? Would be a pretty good commentary line, wouldn't it, saying he won in Silverstone and he wins in Hungary? Would be pretty good. Can he go ahead and do that for us though? I mean, the main thing for him is he doesn't want to get any penalties. Is probably a big one. Don't get any penalties. That is one big one. And hopefully he doesn't go and do that. But we'll see how well he is able to manage himself today. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, lap 12:35 is going to come to a close pretty soon. And it's Hood Rat and Smoking Cheese, 5 and 6, side by side, up towards the line. It's Smoking Cheese P6, Hood Rat is in P5, he's just about ahead. But now, the Green Machine with the DRS. Can he try and make the move? He's going to dive down the inside simultaneously with all the two guys ahead of him. That is what we like to see. It's Frank trying to make a move on Blaze Snips. Daniel with a bit of damage there as he hits the front of his wing on Frank. Ash Barker is also pulling his car down the inside. Very brave move from the Williams car. Hood Rat is in P5. Smoking Cheese is in 6. But this is just brilliant action so far, as now the car of Hood Rat slots behind Ash Barker. Blindy Echo with a 3-second penalty as well. The man that will be joining us in the commentary box next weekend. It's lap 13 of 35 then in this race. Frank trying to gain on Blaze Snips, who is just ahead of him at the moment, and I think he might be able to gain again. Possibly. He's half a second behind. Daniel's in P3 with 4 tenths the gap. Ash Barker is in 4 with the gap as well. He just goes through past Daniel as he goes into the pit lane, and Ash Barker finds himself on the podium now here in our league, here in Hungary especially. We head down towards the line then, down towards turn 1, and it's Blaze Snips, your race leader, ladies and gentlemen. in the chat. We've got the Aviation Nerd. How are you doing, mate? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for joining us here in the chat. Sorry, I haven't had the chat open, so I didn't know you were there. If you've got any questions for me, let me know. I mean, you know, it keeps the stream going, but thank you for being here. It's brilliant to see you. And for anyone that is just joining, by the way, just want to let you know, like I mentioned, I'm very sorry for the way the stream's been today, the quality. It hasn't been great. And that is, of course, why I've switched over to this single stream today on the Xbox without the stream graphics. It should be sorted by next week, but it hasn't been great at all. And I'm going to have to be on this one for now. But anyway, down the main straight then, we have some battling going on. It's Frank against Ash Barker behind. Can Ash Barker make his way through? Yes, he can. He splits the two Alpine cars. And now it's Ash in second place. Blaze Snips that leads. And Frank is in third position after that move there. Aviation Nerd, you have a sim rig? No, I don't. I used to have a Logitech wheel, but I sold it. So yeah, not anymore. But I used to race, but turned to commentary, unfortunately. That's what I do now. So Whitwell with a 3-second penalty in this Grand Prix. There is 5 people with time penalties in this race so far. And it's lap 15 of 35, so still 20 laps to go. And still a big long line of drivers, which we like to see, don't we? It is brilliant at the moment. But everybody, just want to let you know, of course, here today for our league at the moment, which started from 7:30. It's going to end at probably 8:45. Actually, no, that's a complete lie, actually, isn't it? I don't know, actually. There we go. Ash Barker with the lead of the race. I mean, absolutely brilliant. And the Williams in the league, which is realistic performance, is ahead and leading this Grand Prix. That is what we like to see. It's Heisenberg and Smoking Cheese now having a scrap side by side. As now the Aston Martin trying to make his way through. Yes, he does though. He goes down the inside. It will be on the inside line now, and that is it. The Aston Martin is through. Blaze Snips though back at him again. Back at him on Ash Barker. Mario with a 3-second penalty. But Ash Barker is leading. They keep swapping. They just keep swapping at the front of this race at the moment. Now Frank is getting in the action as well. P3, he's gone around. It's Frank into the barrier. That's the second Alpine now with wing damage. And that is not what we want to see at all. Frank with the wing damage. And to top it off is down in P10. Wow. Well, if you want to see more action like this, everybody, we're here today for probably another half an hour, and then once this is done, from 9 PM, I'll be commentating on Helheim Racing, which you can get from this channel again. I'll be live again on here. You can watch more racing action on there. It's brilliant league, just like this one, as these three having a lovely scrap at the front at the moment. Heisenberg in P2, Smoking Cheese P3, Blaze Snips P4. Jackets Night. Oh, how you doing, mate? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining. New name. Yep, new name. Uncle Lando. Love it. Yeah, thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. It's unfortunate that you retired, but you know, at least you can watch along with the stream. Yeah. So basically, I tried to do something with the stream to make it not lag, and probably for the first 10 minutes it was really good. Then it went bad. So. Yeah, today hasn't been great with streaming. It's probably been one of the worst days ever, actually. So I've gone back to old time. I've gone streaming directly through the Xbox now, which obviously the quality for this is going to be brilliant. I mean, it's going to be absolutely perfect, but the problem is with it, you're not going to get any graphics at the moment. So I'm going to have to try and sort that for next week for, you know, this league. But you know, if I'm streaming like this, the quality is perfect. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But heading down the straight then, we have Ash Barker, the man in that Williams. He's drove the absolute wheels off it today, he really has. Behind that, Smoking Cheese, Heisenberg, Blaze Snips, all coming together then into turn 1 at the moment. In the Sauber of Smoking Cheese, just trying to hold them all off. Heisenberg in third. It's Blaze Snips in 4. The man that is in P4 was leading earlier on. He's down in P4 now, unfortunately. He's got wing damage as well, which probably isn't helping the cause, but we'll see what he can do in the course of this race. We might get another safety car. We've had 2 already. You must be cast into the PC to get your graph. Yeah, mate. Honestly, my PC is not good. It's not good enough to run F1. It's not great at all. It's really not good at the minute. Yeah, I'm casting it on the Xbox app, and that's why it's so bad. And I can't really get a direct connection to the router as well. That's why I'm on a wireless connection. It's really not great. You know, but I'm gonna have to. Thing is, I used to stream. I stream for OBS now on the PC, of course, but I used to stream before I had a PC. I used to use a laptop. I used to stream through a thing called Lightstream. Yeah, I used to stream through Lightstream, but I used to have to pay £6 a month for it. Which, to be fair, it was really good. And I might think about buying that again. If I buy it again, the quality will be great. And I definitely now I'll be back for Fridays for you, mate. Can you not get TP link? I used to have one of them, but it broke. Unfortunately, I could buy. I'll have to buy another one, but it's just the fact of like. Well, to be fair, I've got to really invest in that. To be fair, if I want things to get better, but you know, it's either that or Lightstream, because Lightstream is really good. I never saw any issues with Lightstream. I had all my graphics. I had absolutely all my graphics streaming through the Xbox, and it had never cut out once. So I might think about trying to go to that. But for now, at the moment, until I buy that, I'm gonna be on this for a sec, just so you actually get some good quality stream and not the cutting out stuff that's been happening the past few weeks. It hasn't been great. But yeah, hopefully this is alright for you for now. I know no graphics, but you know what? You're still seeing the race. It should be okay. And I'll get that for you, hopefully next week. But I've got a big event coming up, trying to save a bit of money for that. And then after that, I will definitely try and invest in something for you lot. Because I don't want to... Obviously, most people know I get paid for a lot of it. And, you know, when it's laggy like that, I don't deserve the pay at all, because it's just not good to watch, is it? So I've definitely got to try and sort that. But yeah, lap 20 of 35. There is 15 laps to go in this Grand Prix. We've still got a little while to go, with 13 people to go. 13 people left, sorry, in this Grand Prix. There's 2 people retired, of course. Nike, who's in the stream chat, and Liam Cookie, who is down in 15. Well, he was down in 15. He's completely gone now, unfortunately. But lap 20 of 35, Ash Barker in the Williams is out there and leading this Grand Prix. He's 1.1 seconds ahead of Smoking Cheese, the man in the Sauber, and the man with a penalty as well, which is going to really help Ash Barker. I've got to say, props to him as well, because he's in the Williams and he's up there leading this race. It is pretty phenomenal for that man to be doing that. And I know he had a break. He did have a break from sim racing for a while. He's back, and he's definitely on his A game now. He really is. He's driving brilliantly as we head down the straight. Maybe some sort of battle cooking up here then. Can Hoodrat make a move on the Alpine? Possibly. No, he can't yet, but I think so soon. Is Mario looking for the move on Danio as well. Danio, P9. Mario trying to make the move, and we've got in the minute Danio splitting the two for no, it's not Ferrari. The 2 McLarens up of Sid Boakes and ARC Mario at this moment in time, but. Here we go, lap 21 of 35, still a little while to go, but Ash Barker is your leader, ladies and gentlemen. So, I don't know if that's going to change, but like I mentioned, penalties behind is 100% going to help, but going to help Ash Barker, sorry, with Smoking Cheese with a 3-second penalty. Let's go through them, shall we? Smoking Cheese, 3-second, Whitwell with a 3 as well, and Sid Boakes. Then moving on to Blinding Echo with 6 seconds of penalties. Then it's Mario with 9. Jensen with 16. Bearing in mind he has 16 now, and I think he had 2 10-second time on it east before this as well. So he really hasn't been having a good day with penalties at all. He really hasn't. but it is lap 21 of 35. Lap 22 of 35 coming around the corner now, and Ash Barker is just far ahead. So Smoking Cheese, to be fair, there's 5-second gap between Smoking Cheese and Blinding Echo, who is the header of this little pack that we've got going on behind, which goes all the way down to P7, involving Blinding Echo, Blaze Snips, Hoodrat, Jensen, and Heisenberg, which is what we like to see at the moment. But here we go, maybe a move. Here we go, side by side. What we like to see, this is, oh, look at that, Jensen with the rear wheel spin there, very nearly going around. He catches it. Toko drifting around the first few corners. He very much keeps it there, but here we go. Rain is pouring. The rain is starting to fall here in Hungary. It's Smoking Cheese gets a 3-second penalty, makes it 6. But on the 22nd lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, wow, we have got rain. The rain is pouring here in Hungary, and how long will it be before the guys come in to get on their wet tyres? We'll just have to see. It's Jensen around the outside. Oh, is that Hoodrat who's gone around? Yes, it is. That's not great at all for one of the RBs. They now find himself next to each other on the track, but what's he going to do? Why is he pulling in? Maybe he's waiting for the two McLarens to come on the track. No, I think he's going to retire there as he waits for everybody to go past. Hoodrat, I think, is going to be out of this race as he waits there on the side of the track. But here we go towards the line. Ash Barker across that line. It's the two McLarens then moving up to P8 and P9 as Hoodrat decided he's going to come back on the track after them now, and he's down in P10 as he crosses the second sector line. He's now got the Ferrari of Smithy behind him at this moment in time. But up in the front, Daniel overtakes Heisenberg and Mario as they're both in the pit lane now. Sid Boakes overtakes because, of course, Mario now in the pit lane. Race engineer said 10 minutes for rain, lap 5, so it's held off a bit longer. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see how long this actually drags out for. Because there was people going in now, sorry, for the intermediates. As Hoodrat now finally does retire, and that was in the pit lane, of course, very nicely. So very safe indeed for that. But there's 12 more laps to go of this Grand Prix. We are into the half race distance, over half race distance, and now 12 more to go before the end of this race. It could be Ash Barker's race win, and to be honest with you, I would love to commentate on that. I really would, because this man, I've been in so many leagues commentating on him before. He's invited me to many, actually. He's helped me get many of them jobs. As Smithy retires from the race into the barrier, and the safety car makes his third appearance of this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Third time the safety car has been deployed. And wow, just wow. Safety car out again. Blaze Snips with a drive-through penalty. That man is not going to be a happy chappy. P4 for him at the moment. He's in the pit lane now, and he's gone ahead and got himself a penalty. That is not what he wants at all. But the front runners all decided to pit. Will Sid Boakes do the same? Just maybe as he heads into the pit lane. Yes, he does. Heisenberg maybe as he heads around. Will Heisenberg follow? I'm pretty sure most people are going to follow as the safety car comes out. Actually, no, he'll be alright, won't he? Because he's got the new tyres on. Why would he bother? Mario will go around. No wing damage for that man, I don't think, so he should be okay. But there we go. Lap 24 of 35. 11 more to go, and the safety car has been deployed. Rain is pouring as well. It's all starting to happen then here in our league. And if you like racing action just like this, stick around, because from 9 PM I'll be commentating on Helheim Racing as well. It's a very long night for me. I've got 2 commentaries, and I'm probably going to commentate on that one like this one as well with the Xbox, because it might as well, because it's been lagging awfully, hasn't it? But yeah, this looks alright, so should be okay. Safety car is out, like I mentioned, though. You can see it on your screen right now, ahead of the Williams, who is in first place, and keeping everybody behind at bay, or he has been doing anyway, for a good while. But the question is, how long will the safety car be out for? Because we've seen it out for a good while on the first time it came out. And I'm thinking 2 or 3 laps then this time. We'll see when it does so, though. We've lost 4 people. We started with 15. And at this moment in time, we are left with 11. Maybe more. Maybe less, sorry, we're going to get towards the end of the race. But you never know, do you? Still 11 laps to go. So we just have to see what happens there. You also got to let me know if the mic's okay as well, everybody, because obviously streaming through the Xbox, I've got to go back to my Xbox mic instead of my studio one. So you'll have to let me know what it sounds like, because I mean this is the mic that I've been with for my whole entire commentary career. Really, I've been doing it for ages with this mic, but it started crackling now, and then it didn't sound great before. But hopefully it's going to be okay now. But here we go. Finally, lap 25 of 35. We've got 10 more to go. Can't believe it, 10 more in this Grand Prix, everybody. Thank you for joining me as well. It's been brilliant. Well, it hasn't, on my part. Anyway, the racing's been brilliant, I've got to say. I mean, these guys never fail to deliver, do they? Or Helheim, which I'm doing later on. They're both brilliant leagues. As I've got to say, brilliant stat. Ash Barker, Danyo, and Heisenberg, the only 3 drivers without a penalty in today's race. Sure, I don't think they'll be as hefty anymore. As of course, as you know, we've had pit stops. Yeah, they're not as big, but there is some 9s. There's a drive-through penalty there for Blaze Snips. I mean, that is bad for the Alpine. That is not what he wants. That is not ideal. But you know what? We'll let it play out, and we'll see what Blaze Snips can do. He can't have everything. He did win last weekend, and I'm so unfortunate to not see that. I'm really, really upset, actually. That would have been great. But it is what it is, and he will win again. We will be there for that. But safety car still out. We're still waiting for Whitwell and Frank to join up, but, you know, it might just well go in this lap around. If not, it'll be the one after. Normally it gets called pretty soon from this point on, so... Will it go in now? Will it not? That is the question. I don't think it will go in now. It's probably going to have one more lap out before it decides to pit. Yes, one more lap to go then, everybody, under that safety car. And then we will get racing, which will be pretty exciting. The third safety car, like I'd like to mention, actually, of this race. We've had 3 of them so far. And now, left with 10 laps to go of this Grand Prix. It's going to be great once the safety car goes in. The rain is still pouring. It isn't really too heavy. We've definitely seen it heavier. But the intermediates is the optimal tyre at the moment. That is the correct compound that they should be on. With 4 people retired though, 11 more to go, and 9 laps left. Racing should get resumed soon. Of course, it will take a little bit longer to get around because of the rain, but it ain't really going to affect anything, which is always good. But to anyone in the stream chat, if you've got any questions or anything to ask, don't be afraid to ask, of course. We do love the questions here, and yeah, it just keeps everything going, doesn't it? It really does. But there we go, the cue we've been waiting for. The safety car is in at the end of this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we get racing once again. It's the 3rd time we'll get racing. You know what, no, it's never mind. It's the 4th time we're going to get racing again, because obviously 3 safety cars and the race starts. So this is the 4th time we're going to get racing again then here in Hungary. The rain is pouring, but it isn't much, and it's only been a bit of a light shower really. I think it's stopping soon, so we should be all right with that. But here we go. Wembley pounce, he will pounce now. Ash Barker, foot to the floor then, down towards the straight. In the Williams, he is going to fly like a rocket then down into turn 1. Doing his absolute best to pull the gap that he had earlier on Smoking Cheese, maybe even more. Smoking Cheese, though, with the absolute speed behind him, trying to close in behind him. It's lap 27 of 35. He's doing a very good job of staying behind at the moment, but how long can he do that for? Currently sat behind, looking quite comfortable as well, I've got to say. I mean, oh, never mind. Very much going off the track there. Look at that as well behind that. Daniel very much off the track as well. Blaze Snips is in the action now though. P3, he's got to drive. Is he got to drive for a penalty now still? I don't know actually. We'll have to see if he decides to go in soon or not. But he's in P3. He is on the podium. He won last weekend and he's on the podium this weekend at this moment in time. But he has got a penalty. So is Smoking Cheese. Ash Barker is in the all clear. Frank Heisenberg, Daniel and Ash Barker, the 4 drivers with no penalties in this race. The rest all with 3 or bigger here today. But here we go. The Sauber of Smoking Cheese just narrowly was ahead of the Grand Prix there, but it skids off the racing track, and it's Ash Barker that pulls ahead now by half a second. Oh wow. Smoking Cheese did find a foot in the door. He found the secret to get through, but it just didn't work out for him because then he got punished for it, went off the track, and very nearly went around. But now, here we go, the comeback of dreams for the Sauber. Can he go ahead and do it? He is flying down the main straight, bringing the gap in, bringing it closer, breathing him in. It's 3/10 the gap at the moment on lap 28 of 35. Not too many more to go. And the rain is looking very light indeed. I don't think we're going to get much more over the course of this race. It is going to be pretty light shower at the moment. 11 people to go and some brilliant racing we're watching so far, I've got to say. Ash Barker is ahead from Smoking Cheese. The gap is 1/10 of a second. Keep watching this because we might just get a move pretty soon. The rain will make it a bit harder, but these two are very skilled and I think we're still going to get a move either way. Smoking Cheese trying to chase down Ash Barker. In the chat, Nike very happy. Go Ash, get them points for Williams. Absolutely. That's going to help you, isn't it? You and your teammate. So we'll see. We'll see. I think Ash is doing pretty well. He's doing exceptionally well, to be fair. He really is. And he's out there at the moment. He is on for the race win. Even if Smoking Cheese passes him, remember, there's 6 seconds of penalties that Smoking Cheese has got. He's got 6 seconds they will have up on him. So, you know, Ash Barker has got the overtake and 6 seconds. So, you know, he will be okay for now. But he's driving brilliantly in the Williams. I've got to say, it can't go unrecognised. It's going really, really good for him today. He is driving brilliantly. After the break, he's clearly found his groove again because he's back on top. And he's won many championships. Can he win a championship here? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? If he could win here. But we'll see. We'll see what he can do. It's lap 29 of 35, everybody. There we go then, towards the end of the second sector, into the final third. It's Ash Barker leading still. There's not too much going on behind. There is this three-way battle here between Mario, Sid Boakes and Whitwell, but there isn't, you know, too much going on there. Some talent, because the Williams felt shit for me. Oh, that's what I'm saying, mate. Absolutely some talent, because, of course, the Williams, one of the slower cars. And you've got the likes of McLaren here, you've got Ferrari, you know, and they're down at the back, and you've got the Williams up at the front. I mean, he's driving brilliantly, he really is. 5 laps to go after this, so very much not too long left at all before the end of this Grand Prix. We are very, very nearly there here today, and like I mentioned, it can't go unrecognised. Ash Barker has drove good and is on for the race win today. He could go ahead and take it, which he most likely will go and do, because Smoking Cheese behind has got the penalty. He's got 2 penalties actually, making it 6 at this moment in time. It could be more when we get to the line, but you know, even then Ash Barker could get a penalty, but I don't think he will. He's too good. He's too good. He knows how to not get one, and he won't be getting himself a penalty at all. Blaze Snips now with a 3-second penalty though. Not ideal, but he is down at the back. Not been his day today. He had to pit, of course, because it was the drive-through penalty that he got given. But now he's down at the back. He's even out of the points, unfortunately. As I don't know what's going on here, but he's lagging all over the shop on my screen. It's not my. I don't think that's me. That's definitely him. He's going all over today. But here we go. The main pack making their way round the final corner, and they will cross that line, over the line, and it's lap 31 or 35 then, everybody. We are 4 away from race end, and 4 away from maybe a very good victorious Ash Barker when he crosses that line. But we'll just have to see if it is going to happen. You never know until the end here in Formula 1, and we'll just wait to see what happens behind. Everybody's so close, but there's not really much going on, not really much battling going on. It's just, you know, straight lines, snakes, not too much really. Oh, as the Haas guy of Jensen skidding his back end out. He's got a big penalty today, or he has had some big penalties today anyway. He's had some huge ones, but of course got them cleared. Been very lucky in that sense, actually, because it would have been a disqualification if they all added up. But no, it's okay. They've been removed. He's served his penalties that he needed serving. He's got on with the job, and he's in P6. So points for that man. Points for the majority of the grid, apart from P11, unfortunately, which is Blaze Snips, who did win last weekend. From first all the way to last for him at the moment on the Grand Prix. But here we go. Make our way once again around towards the end of this lap. The Williams up ahead, skidding his back end out there, but nothing too much for him to handle. And he makes his way towards the line once again for the 32nd time of this Grand Prix. And 3 more laps to go. 3 more before we reach the very end of this race. Maybe Blinding Echo can make a move on Daniel. Is it possible? Possibly. It could happen, but we'll just have to see if that is something that is going to happen. Daniel trying to stay ahead, though, of the Haas car. The 2 McLarens of Mario and Sid Boakes seems to be going at it as well. The rain is pouring, of course, like you know, as you can see, and the McLaren just got caught up in a big puddle because he very nearly went into the wall and then he spun out. Oh, the other McLaren just got caught with the rain now, and Sid Boakes into P8. It's Mario down into P10. Nearly Blaze Snips overtaking him. He spun round that much. But I want to mention as well, it still says safety car for some reason. We've had that the whole race. I promise you it isn't a safety car. That has gone in quite a while ago now. And we've actually had 3 of them as well. That's probably why it's still stuck up there. But yeah, no safety car, everybody. But from another chat, I hope you're all having a good night. And like I mentioned, you can stick with me for 9 PM, which is only in 12 minutes time for the next league, which, yeah, like I mentioned, will be pretty soon, and we're going to get straight on with it. So it'll be one right after the other, not really a break. But a few minutes to go of this Grand Prix, and I've got to say, I'm actually really, might not sound it, but I'm very excited for Ash Barker. And I really hope this man can go ahead and be victorious today. It's looking like he will be. He's got 1.2 to the guy behind, and the guy behind has got a penalty. I think the penalty is 6 seconds, if I'm still correct. As it is, yeah, it is 6 for smoking cheese in this race. That is really going to help the guy ahead, which is the Williams of Ash Barker, take his, I think it's his maiden win here in our league. If anyone's in the chat that knows if it's Ash Barker's first win, let me know. I can't remember. I really cannot remember. There's that many leagues to commentate on.